Aiden here with etrailer. If you're looking for a good entry-level ball mount that allows you to tow multiple different trailers with your 2021 Ram 1500, then the etrailer adjustable ball mount could be a good option for you. While this is a more entry-level option, there's still quite a few things that really set it apart from the competition, and we'll get to that. For starters though, it's going to be a good option for adjustability because it gives you a 6-inch drop or rise if you needed to flip it around to that position. And it gives you options for a 2 5/16 or a 2-inch ball, giving you a pretty good range to fit a variety of different trailers and ride heights. Now, depending on the ball you choose, your weight capacities will vary a little bit. The 2-inch ball underneath has a 7,500 pound gross trailer weight rating and a 750 pound max tongue weight. The 2 5/16 up top does jump to a 10,000 pound gross trailer weight rating, again, how much weight it can pull, and a 1,000 pound max tongue weight, the maximum downward pressure on the end. Keep in mind that's what the ball mount is rated for, not necessarily your hitch or your vehicle, so be sure to check those things as well and go by the lowest rated component in your whole towing setup. Now, for the adjustability, you've got pins and clips in the side, and you'll just remove those to either move this up or down the channel, or flip it around entirely to switch to the different ball sizes. The tolerances on those pins are pretty good, and they do have a nice secure fit on the side, so not a lot of room for play there. One thing to be aware of though, since it is an adjustable ball mount, is you're still gonna get rattle as you're going down the road because you've got not only tolerances in the hitch, but also some tolerances in the channel here. But compared to other entry-level ball mounts, this is pretty good as far as tolerances go. They're pretty tight, and you shouldn't hear too much noise going down the road, but if you leave it in here empty, unloaded, you probably will hear it a bit more. Now, we do have a hitch pin and clip that are included. These are nice because out of the box, it means you're just ready to hook up and tow, so you don't have to worry about picking up one of these separately. And if I remove this from the hitch entirely, you'll notice that it is a hollow shank, meaning if we wanted to, we could replace that pin and clip with an anti-rattle device that has a block that slides inside and threads through the hitch pin hole instead of the standard pin and clip that are included. It could be a really nice upgrade option if you did want to reduce some of that rattle you could experience going down the road. And it could be especially useful for someone that does plan on leaving this in the hitch more often because you can get versions of those anti-rattle blocks that also lock up at the end. Good, again, because it just will reduce this bit of play that we have in the hitch receiver. The finish on the ball mount is one of the things that really sets it apart though. On the ball, the pins and clips, you'll notice a black nickel plating. Now this one here, the 2-inch ball, is particularly beat up on ours because we've used this around etrailer and around the video shop a lot. And full transparency, we've not used grease at all when towing with it. So the black nickel plating in our testing has held up remarkably well. You'll obviously get much better results if you apply grease and really maintain it, but even without, this more shiny finish is the actual black nickel plating. The more matte finish you see on the main body here where it's not scratched away, that's just a decorative clear coat on top. So the actual finish underneath holds up really well, and in our testing, holds up better than chrome plating. As for the black powder coat sections here, you also have an E-coated metal underneath. So if that powder coat scratches away, you're not left with a bare steel. It gives you time to go back through with some paint and cover up the areas where the powder coat inevitably flakes off. A few measurements for your Ram here. From the bumper to the center of the ball where your trailer is going to hook up, you're going to be looking at 6.5 inches. So that'll let you know what kind of clearances we're working with when hooked up to our trailer and how far it sits relative to our bumper. And in the lowest possible position here with the 2 5/16 ball facing down, we're going to be left with about 7 inches of ground clearance. Overall, not too bad. Just keep in mind that when hooked up to your trailer, depending on how heavy you're going, it might flex out your suspension a little bit there and reduce that clearance. But I think overall when towing, you should be pretty good. But as far as good entry-level adjustable ball mounts go, I think the etrailer one takes the cake here because that upgraded black nickel plating finish, the included pin and clip, the nice tolerances, I think it just brings a lot to the table. And if you wanted to go somewhere like a more premium option, I'd recommend maybe looking into B&W. You're going to find, I think, better tolerances there and more features like the ability to stow the ball underneath the hitch when it's not in use. Just know that you're getting into a much more premium ball mount at that point. And depending on how often you're towing, it might just be a little much for some people. Personally, I think the entry-level option gets the job done for most cases, and in our testing, again, it holds up really well. So I think it's one of those options that you really can't go too wrong with. But again, my name is Aiden here with eTrailer, and thank you for watching.